Good evening. I haven't made a video in a minute. And for those of you who know, I shampoo my hair every day. I'm a hairstylist. And every day I put that wig on my head because I don't have the time right this minute to do my hair, but I have to eventually address my hair sometime this week because I have new customers. You know, they be looking at you crazy because this is the wig that I wear. And what I like to do is cut my wig to something that I would wear. And I see their little eyeballs looking up like, is that her hair? No, it ain't my hair. And I don't have a problem pulling the wig off. So listen, I have a very short pixie cut for those of you that don't know. And you know what? It's just growing because all of this hair back here, I've been to cut this off. But I want to grow my braids. I want to wear my braids. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to be average. I'm trying to be like a customer because sometimes you may just not have the money to do your hair, and that doesn't mean you have to look crazy. So when you're wearing a wig, that's nice, but go in and get your trims because a trim is going to make all the difference. I need more than a trim. I need color. And you know what? I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired of coloring my hair. Because I'm wondering if I should even color my hair anymore. Because, like, listen, I'm not 10 and my hair is not jet black. So, I like jet black hair, though. And I'm just tired, to be honest with you. I just been ripping and running. And so, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to color my hair. And if I do, I know it won't be today because I'm tired. But just because I wear a wig, it doesn't mean that I don't address my hair every day. Because like I said, I wash my hair every day. And so, yeah, I want to make sure that when I do decide to curl my hair, it's okay. Because I've been taking care of it. And you see, I'm really not cutting a lot of my hair off. But it's time for a trim. And you see on my little roots, I wonder what it looked like if I had gray hair. Sometimes I get so close and then I'm like, with a color. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do. But there's something interesting that I would like to bring to your attention. For those of you who know me, and if you don't know me, listen, if it makes sense and you could use it to grow, use it. Now, I have dogs. I had 2 German Shepherds, and they were beautiful. But listen, I had some time with them dogs. It just got to the point where they learned me, and I learned them just like humans. But my dogs have passed, and they done went on to doggy heaven land. And I have a choice. And I choose not to have any dogs at this time in my life. I may get some later, but right now I just want to be free. And the other day, I think my dog passed away maybe about a month ago. My second dog, he passed away about a month ago. And he didn't show any signs of sickness or nothing. And I was sad, but I'm okay with that because I don't do death. I do life. And I don't have guilt because I treat people the way I would want to be treated. And when I got those dogs, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I want them to have their best doggy life. I used to take those dogs to doggy daycare, and they probably would have still been going to doggy daycare, but I realized they didn't like it there. Those people wet my babies up and try to make me think they was having fun. And I'm sitting there showing people the video, the picture. Look at my dogs. They're having such a great time in doggy daycare. No, you traumatized my dogs. They didn't like that. And once I found that out, I remember I was just about to drop them off, and my dog put all his weight down on the floor. And that lets me know, oh, he don't want to go. I'm not fighting with them big dogs. So I was like, you don't want to go? You don't have to go. We'll build you a doggy daycare at home. Got my babies in that little tiny space. And, I just wanted them to be able to socialize with other dogs and play and stuff. And just have someplace fun to go while I'm at work. But it turns out it didn't work that way. So then I had to move to plan B. I'm going to have to supply them with a place that they can go and run. And at the time, we didn't have a doggy kennel in, what do you call it? A doggy park in my area. So I used to take them all the way to the other side of the town every day. And we did that up until I found out that my dogs were very jealous. And there was this one dog that liked me at the doggy park. And dogs come up to you and he's just laying on me and I'm petting on him. Listen, my dogs was ready to jump that dog. And everybody in the park was like, bye, Bernie, Mac. Bye, Bernie and Mac. So that was the end of that. But I'm just saying that, to give you an idea of the things that I did with my dogs. I took them everywhere. I took them with me to get gas. I took them to people's house that I could visit. They knew how to behave. And, my dogs was chill. Those was my road dogs. And so they're not here anymore. So it took me a minute to get rid of all the doggy stuff. Just get rid of everything that had to do with dogs. Because now I'm claiming my place, my space. And so, even though it's been a month, it took me a minute to rearrange things, to rearrange my life, to say, you know what? You don't have to rush home to let a dog out. Or look at the news to see what the weather's going to be. Because, I considered those things. If it was going to be too cold, if it was going to be too hot. Because I had to plan everything around my dogs. Especially concerning the weather. And so, now that I don't have that, I was free, right? Well, one day this week, and I put the video up. It's like a few seconds, but you check that video out because it reminds me of people in relationships, in honesty, just being upfront about what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. And how people can be very manipulative of your time and of your truth. And so can animals. So I'm sitting in my car one day, and when I was sitting there, I saw this little black doggy run by, and he was cute. And I said, hey, boo-boo, where you going? Well, he was running so fast, I didn't even think he heard me. And I couldn't catch him anyway, because I was in my car. So I figured whoever had this dog, they would eventually, be chasing after their dog. So I kind of quit paying attention because whatever he was, I don't have little things for little dogs anyway. But here's the thing. When I put my key in the door to open the door, that dog came from nowhere. And he ran up in my house like he had been here. He ran up in my house like he was my dog. And you could see from the video, people would say, "Ooh, Kim, it looked like you got a dog. That dog picked you." That dog didn't pick me. See, that dog was like a homeless guy. And you don't have no shelter. You pick anybody that will let you lay up on them. Because, see, when you have a dog, you have responsibility. You have commitment. And it's not for just today. It's like, what's the average dogs live? 10, 11 years? You don't get to enjoy the puppy part of them. And then when they get older, it's like, oh, you're not cute anymore. Anybody want a dog? I want to rehome them. Listen, I really wanted to choke my dog sometimes. I'm glad that they lived. And I'm still free. Because, them dogs, they're eating up my house. Chewing. Kim, they teething. I ain't going to have no house. So, it takes a minute to allow somebody to understand how you feel. And we was vibing. Y'all see my dogs in the video sometimes. They stick their head in here just to see what it is that I'm doing. Because they know that I'm going to take care of them. But they also know that I need my me time. And when I finish with me, I'm going to get to them. And they could look at me the way that I'm dressed, and they could tell how long it's going to be before it get to be their turn, based off of how I look. So anyway, when this dog ran up in my house, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to find out who your owners are. I did everything responsible. I put up an ad. I checked the mailbox. Ain't nobody missing no dog. Where's this dog from? What's your name? And then I realized, yeah, I don't want no dog. I already knew that. Like when my dog died, don't give me no dog. I'll let you know my dog died, but I don't want no more dogs. Because, I know people like that. Oh, Kim's so sad. She like dogs. Let's get her another dog. Does she have German Shepherds? Don't you bring me a dog. And that was understood. And that's cool. But when this dog came, I did everything right. I called around, put the thing on the internet. I went through the neighborhood knocking on people's door. And it just, I know some neighbors in the area, they have small dogs, but this wasn't their dog. And then I'm saying, listen, this ain't my dog either. And I don't have anything for a small dog. And then it's like, hold on a minute, I got a small kennel. Beautiful neighbors. Hey, you got some puppy pads with that? I sure do. And they gave it to me, a leash and everything. As a matter of fact, one of the things I was going to do for the dog, even though I wasn't going to keep the dog, he looked like he had a rough life. I don't know. He looked like he belonged to somebody, but he was a little shaggy. And I was like, you know what? I bet he'd feel good if he had a haircut. I took him to the groomers, but the groomers was closed. So I couldn't do nothing for him like that, like grooming him or nothing. But I did the best that I could. But when I took him to the veterinarian, I mean, everybody came out. And they was looking at him, how he was licking on me. And just, I mean, he behaved like he was my dog. And I had him for a long time. And I was thinking to myself, I know you don't think I'm that dumb. Because, see, I'm not a tape recorder. And I know what I want in my life. And at this point in my life, I did not want a dog. But I will keep you safe. And I'm glad that you found me. But I tell you what, it did something to me. Because now, you got me back in doggy mode. And I don't want to be in doggy mode. I don't want to be in that mode where I have to rush home And he spent the night. So I had him for what? Overnight? Listen, that was a lot. To take him to the police, to the fire department to see if he had a chip. And then take him to the veterinarian, and everybody's telling me, oh, he picked you, da 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 da. Listen, when people tell you who they are and what they want and what they don't want, you should believe them. Because I believe me. I don't want a dog. And you're not going to convince me to have a dog. Because a dog is a lot of responsibility. It's not something that you take for cuteness. Just like people. I don't care how cute he is. When that man or that woman is in a long-term relationship and it just ended and they say they need time to get themselves together, they're not ready for a relationship, don't try to force it on them. Just because they call you, just because they check on you, just because they talk to you, just because they spend time with you, maybe they go to the movies or something, it does not mean that you're in a relationship. And see, I know women like that. Girl, he talking about he don't want to be in a relationship, but he with me, so you know. No, he's not with you. So, but when he gets ready to be with somebody, it may not be you. And then you're going to be all in your feelings because you didn't listen. I listened to me. And it didn't matter what other people think or thought or tried to claim for me. This is my life and my time. When you have a dog requires your time. And if you can't give it to him, you should let somebody else love on him. And then I'm thinking to myself, because they're like, oh, well, look at him. He's licking you. Listen, that dog will lick on anybody. Dogs ain't too much different than people. They just can't really talk. They got the same habits. They know that they need shelter. They want to be cared for. And they ain't got it. And if you got what they want, listen, they're gonna throw everything at you. This dog knew how to sit. He followed me around. He let me know I was important. Y'all saw that dog. I don't even know that name. How you call a dog and you don't know his name? I didn't know his name, but he knew I was talking to him. And here he go with his little happy self, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you cute, but again, I don't want a dog. I can be nice to you. I'm going to make sure that I put you in safe arms, but I don't want a dog. So yeah, I took that dog to animal shelter, and somebody's going to adopt that dog. Now, I'm just saying, don't let nobody fool you now. That nonsense. Because next you know, you get that dog in your house. And that's an older dog. He already got gingivitis. You know, he's cute. That's the only thing he got going for himself. He's little, but somebody has to feed him. And I tell you what, I fed that dog. That dog could eat. I hear a little chunky. Look, I said, well, somebody feeding you. It was a little chunky. So anyway, you just be careful when people try to love bomb you. And you ask yourself, is it you or is it what you can provide for them? Because it makes a difference. See, that's why I like 50 Cent. Because, like, would you still love me if I didn't have nothing? You know, would you still do? Anyway, let's stop talking about the dog. So I was trying to see. I wasn't really trying to see because I already know. You know, when you stay ready, you never have to use a lot of time to get ready. And I've been having new clients. And, you know, I see them looking up at my head like, she talking about healthy hair. She got a wig on. Yeah, I do have a wig on. And you know what? I'm going to have a wig on tomorrow too. Because there's things that I have to do to my hair, and I'm just not going to wear it right now because the things that I want to do with my hair, I haven't decided what I want to do. I don't know if I want to put a relaxer in it, let it be natural. So it's kind of nappy right now, but it's so soft. And, it's healthy, but I just needed a trim. So I'm just going to pretend. I'm just showing you, demonstrating to you that even though you might need a relaxer, there's no reason for you to just not care for your hair. Because your hair is very important. So yeah, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, God willing, and I'm going to just proceed with my regular routine. And my regular routine is jump in the shower and wash my hair. But I want to have the kind of hair that if I decided to bump a curl in it and wear my hair out today, tomorrow, while I'm at work, whenever, I could do that. So yeah, you have to maintain your hair. You have to do maintenance to your hair. And see all of this, I've been cut all of that. I'm trying to let it grow. So I have enough hair that I can grip. And I get it. There are some times that people just can't come to the beauty shop. And I want you to look decent. But don't forget about your trims. Your trims are very important. It makes a big difference in your hair. I don't care if you're not going to get your hair done. Get your trims. So yeah, I was thinking, maybe you should wear your hair out. Since you're not going to color it, I didn't say I wasn't going to color it. I was saying I was thinking about wearing my gray hair out. And when I say I'm thinking about something, I have the right to change my mind. Because I will change my mind in the blink of an eye. And that's why I love having a space where I can process how I feel, what I want to do, if I feel like doing it, and what it feels like to me. What it sound like. Can it sound like you say you just going to trim your hair, but I bet you by the time you finish curling your hair, you're going to pick up them clippers. And that I probably will do. Because just because I'm not going to wear it out, it doesn't mean that I don't want it to be shaped. See how well you know me? Nah, but I am going to just see what it looks like. If I need to, edge it up a little bit. You never know when you have to take that wig off. Anything can happen. I remember a hurricane happened. Then we didn't have no electricity. Listen, it's things like that that should make you grateful when the water goes out. And it's not your fault. But there's a line, a break in the water line. A main break. And then nobody got no water. We had that happen not too long ago. And you know what? It was so humbling because I wasn't able to shampoo my hair that day. I wasn't able to get in the shower. I had to boil water. And you know what? Those are just survival techniques that you don't forget. But listen, you don't want to do that. I didn't want to do it. I was ready to call in. That was during internship. I was like, girl, you better not call in. They done told you about that. You don't want to piss people off. So yeah, you can wash up at the sink. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And so if I was a client and I needed to get a relaxer and a color, I want to know, well, what would you do? Can you pull it off? Like, I don't expect you to be able to cut your hair. Like, that's a skill. I see some people try. And it's like, yeah, okay. Listen, I try not to do other people's job because that's not my job. You know, I let people do their job. When people invest in you, when they invest in their craft, listen, you should let them do what they do and stop trying to be them. You know, why would you put your own relaxer in your hair? Cause you're not a hairstylist. And you know what I'm realizing is that there are people who think that because you work in a salon that you've gone to school. You know, you never have to ask certain people if they love what they do. Because you could tell. They will invest in you. The combs will be clean. The brushes will be clean. They'll tell you, hey, don't pick that up off the floor. It's dirty. Leave it there. I notice people like to try to help me. I know that they don't mean any harm. But, yeah, you'll begin to value yourself from head to toe by the standard that you set for yourself. Sometimes people don't know to set a standard for themselves. Because they so busy going to somebody's house. Now, you see that? I like to have my hair, if I wanted to wear it out, then I could wear it out. And that, you know, I could get away with it. So now that I done curled it, you know, I just don't like the gray hair make it look like I need to put some gel in my hair and really separate these parts. But no, I don't put gel in my hair. And it's so soft. You know, I like to do that. And this cut is okay. But it just, you know, I got too much hair. Anyway, Kim, I'm not cutting my hair because I'm done with that. I want to get some braids when I have the time to braid up my hair. And so, yeah, the last time I put some braids in, it did grow. And every little inch of hair that it grew, I went ahead and cut it off so I could do my little pixie cut again. So, yeah, you could get away with not having your hair relaxed. So, now what I'm going to do is, I hope this is charged. Hey, yeah, let's trim it up a little bit. Just want to edge it up, make it look a little neater. To make it look like something I will wear. Just in case I decide to curl my hair. You know? So that you're not just running out the house looking crazy. Like I said, anything can happen. So yeah, I just like to edge it up a little bit. Like, hey! And then I move this little bit of hair out the way because I need the hair. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to give myself a little lineup. No, I can't see over my hand, but that's good enough. Get all that little hair off the side of your face. And I made it. So yeah, I think I have to wear my hair out because I have clients that's never seen my hair before. And when you talking to somebody about hair care, Listen, I would do a Kim on them. Can I see your hair? Because I see them looking at me like, what her hair look like? So, just in case they want to know, this is what my real hair looks like. And like I said, when I cut a wig, I try to cut it to something that I know that I will wear. And see, now when I do this, it's time to stop because I'm looking at the hair behind my head and I'm realizing that even though it's soft, I don't want to cut into that because this is enough hair that I could catch the braid. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Am I going to wear my hair out tomorrow? Probably not. Could I wear it if I wanted to? Of course. You most definitely can. But, like I said, it doesn't matter what kind of style you have. Make sure you get your ends trimmed. Because just trimming your ends can make a difference in how your hair looks. You can't look at my hair and be like, I can't tell her hair nappy. It is so nappy. The only thing is, it's super soft because I take care of it. And it doesn't look like it's nappy. But it is. But I can still wear it. And it's soft. And you see the difference that it makes when you trim it. So yeah, I wonder what I would look like with gray hair. So I think I'm going to make that transformation through the braids. And just see if I like it. See if that's something I feel like rocking. Because you get a little older, sometimes you just don't feel like doing certain things. And you just want to be free. You don't want to use your time on things that it's not beneficial to you. So you just leave it alone. If it's going to upset you, if it's going to irritate your spirit, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Now you see, I just love my hair. But Kim, if you love your hair, why don't you wear it? Now, I know that ain't my car. But let's define this a little bit more. There. There I go, there I go. Yeah. You see the difference a lineup can do? That's enough for me. And my hair, like I said, it feels very soft. And so now, I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. Kim, stop looking at the back of your head because you ain't going to do nothing but cut it. I know. But I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to let it grow. Now, see, this is the kind of hair that you let grow. The kind of hair that you've done maintenance on. You have to do maintenance on your hair. You can't just sit around and talk about, I just let it grow. I haven't cut it in a year or two, and it's long. No, it's not. You got length to it, but I guarantee you it's split ends. And see, when you cutting your hair, when you're getting your ends trimmed on a regular, listen, I'm barely taking any off. I'm just taking off a tiny, tiny bit. You see how that, yeah, right there? I already did it, but if I had to go back and cut this again, it would be, look, between my fingers, a little tiny bit. That's it. But I have people that gripe about that. So don't cut, you cut too much. You have to maintain your hair. And, it is what it is. So yeah, I like my hair. And like I said, when I cut my wigs, I cut it to something that I would wear. So I would wear this. I love this wig. Because like I said, I wash my hair every day. And I just wrap in it and put my wig on. Sometimes it's dry when I put the wig on, and sometimes it's not, but my hair is healthy. So if you ever thought that they say you can't wash your hair every day, Mama, come look. This woman on here on TV talking about she wash her hair every day. I do. I wash my hair every day, and I absolutely enjoy it. As a matter of fact, let me put this wig on so I can stop looking at it, because I would be ready to cut it again, like on the sides, because I like it. It's cute. It doesn't take me long to do it. Okay, so let me show y'all. You see, this is something that I will wear. So yeah, I cut it like this. And I think I like my hair better than this wig. What y'all think? Put it in the comments. Which look better? My hair or the wig? Let me comb it back now. Let me comb it back. Let me comb it back. And like I said, I know I need a relaxer. But, yeah. You see, a trim makes such a huge difference. And, yeah, I didn't do a lot. I just trimmed it and gave myself my little lineup. And no, I don't tie my hair down. I'm just going to go take my shower. And if it get wet, it get wet. And I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. But I just wanted to come on here, say hello to you, have some story time, and trim my hair. So thank you for keeping me company. And now that you see it, put it in the comments. What do you think look better? My hair or the wig? See? I like hairstyles that are flexible. That I could do that too. Did you see how I switched that side? Yeah, Kim, but your hair, your gray hair, yeah, it is. I like hair that's blended, you know? And that's just a true talent. That's just a true skill. Everybody don't have that. You know? And when I blend, I really get down like this right here. You got some going that way and some going this way. I like when I comb my hair, everything falls right into place. And see, I didn't really get into here to blend this so that it'll be right here. Because that's really not the way I comb my hair. But you're supposed to, I like to have hair that's flexible, that you could do that with. So that it falls like this naturally. I had to push it into here to make it where I could actually just cut it and it'll fall right just like that. It's almost like you have a tiny house and you got things. Every thing has a place. And that's the way I like to do my hair. Every strand count, and everybody got someplace to be. So, yeah. Put it in the comments. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Is it my hair? You like my hair better, or the wig? Or the wig? Can you tell it's a wig? Can we know that's a wig? Because then you be wearing that little blue one. Yeah, I will put a wig on in a minute. And listen, snatch it off if you want to. Because my hair is wrapped underneath. Like, that don't even embarrass me. But shame on people that do that. That's why you should have your hair already done. And that used to be something that I would do. I would just do my hair. And then if it's too cold or I'm not feeling it, I'll go ahead and put a wig on. Just like my lashes. Sometimes I put these lashes on and they don't look right. And then, you know, when I ran the video back and I look at it, it's like, girl, take them lashes off. Or I get in the car, I look at my lashes and they're hanging off. Yeah, take them off. So, one more thing before I go, speaking of lashes. Let me sanitize my hands. Y'all know those wet ones that you get? Don't ever throw them away when they dry, because you could use them for so many things. Like, I like to put my hand sanitizer on and just kind of extra clean, wipe my hands off. So when I put my makeup on, I do my eyebrows. I mean, my eyeshadow. I do my mascara first, so that when it comes time to take these lashes off, I can just peel them off, and they don't hurt. And then I peel off the glue around the band. Just peel it off. Peel off the extra glue if you can get it off. And then tomorrow or tonight, I spray them with cleaning alcohol. So if you're going to reuse a lash, make sure you get all of that glue from around the band without disturbing the lash as best you could. And then I just spray them off. I can see, if you see white, that's glue. So yeah, but look how easy it is for me to just take my lash off. And that's because I put mascara on first. And then, if one of the things that I do is, because sometimes my skin can be oily, and I just might want to just cleanse it off before I wash my face. And I like to use coconut oil. You know, all of those things is just part of self-care. It's part of my self-care that I actually enjoy. I mean, I don't want a dog. Because when they be looking at you, well, you taking us to the doggy park. I love taking my dogs to the doggy park. But they're not here anymore. And I just don't want to go through that anymore. It's like kids. Yeah, they are very adorable. But you don't want to watch cartoons. I had got to the point in my life that I was tired of watching cartoons. I'm so glad y'all older. Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse. Okay, so listen. This is what I do to take my makeup off. I put the coconut oil on cotton balls. Because not only am I hydrating my skin, but I'm also removing the makeup. And this is before I cleanse my face. I like to do this. Especially, you know, when you know that you use mascara and stuff like that. Eyeshadow. Yeah, just clean it off with a cotton ball. And then I take those. Yeah. See how easy it is to remove the makeup? And I know that I'm not getting it all right now. But it's okay. I took off the majority of it. Let's get another one of those cloths. And now I just wipe my face down. And I do this before I go and wash it with soap and water. So yeah, this was too easy. And then I'll put a nice little layer of coconut oil on my skin before I go to bed. And it'll absorb in your skin. You see, it's easy to pile on makeup, but I usually ask people, how do you get that stuff off your face? Yeah. So there you go. And then I learned a technique that makes my eyeliner, my lashes stick better. I came upon it by accident because I put the glue on and the glue was sticking to my skin. And it kind of irritated me. I was like, well, why would you? Kim, I don't know. I was just trying to get it on. As long as it was on, I didn't care where it stuck to. Somebody send me a little lash tech. Well, actually, I'm doing better. So anyway, and that's it. So now I done did my hair. And I'm in stay ready mode. It's been a long day. And I'm going to shut it down. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.